Is your first day of 2025 still looking like this?
Let's talk about real life goals. I got started and I was thinking to myself, okay, 2025, we're gonna just blow up and have everything perfect, and I'm gonna get everything taken care of. 2024, we're gonna start fresh. 2025. And then things just started spiraling out of control the last week of the month, year, whatever you want to call it. I'm tired. I'm partially burned out. As a neurodivergent single parent, that's craziness. And I just wanted to, first of all, tell you, if that is where you are sitting right now, you are not alone, and 100% this video is for you. So I want to talk about the biggest tip, okay? I don't have a bunch of different tips. I have one tip for this whole scenario. And that one tip is baby steps, okay? I had a list. I've been talking with some of my friends, and we've had these kind of like mini competitions going on within our group of like, okay, we've got all this stuff to get done. Who's gonna get done first? And I feel like I missed the mark, but I also feel like I'm not worried about it. Like, I'm just not stressed about missing the mark. It does not upset me. And the reason it doesn't upset me is because I realize that I have to be realistic about how I'm planning things and how I'm doing things. So what does realistic look like when it comes to trying to really change your life, right? Like, when we think about it, we're like, oh, I could change my life, but if I'm only doing one or two small things a day, is that really going to change my life? And I wanted to like start this whole year off with everything being clean and everybody in a good mood and hanging out and doing the things and whatever. And I'm just like, really, is it any different than any other day? I mean, we like to think that it is, and we like to use that motivation to power us forward, but is it really any different than any other day? And the answer to that is no. There's no difference between whether I have a spotlessly clean house on December 31st, 2024, going into January 1st, 2025, or whether January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd, my house becomes clean, right? There's no difference. So that is your first thing to think about, is what does realistic look like, right? Realistic might look like, okay, I'm gonna clean one room of my house each day, and I'm gonna write out the list of steps that I need to do so I can check them off. And when I get that done, I can say, okay, I did it. I'm going to do my dishes once a day. I'm going to take the garbage out once a day. I'm gonna do these things. We have a lot of garbage from just decluttering stuff. I was saving some stuff for some projects and things that never ended up happening. So instead of me thinking to myself, okay, Kim, now we need to take 1 million bags of garbage out, which literally I don't have 1 million bags, but that's beside the point. If I just add 1 bag a day and I take the bags out every single day, before I go to bed or in the morning, you know, at a certain point every day, I just make that time and that's when I do it, I'm gonna get it done, right? And it's not overwhelming. And that's one of the things that I keep trying to tell people, and I don't listen to it myself, and I need to. If we just take deep breaths, okay? Take deep breaths, figure out what you really want things to look like, and then just go for it, right? Do the little things every single day. I wanted to have 3 YouTube videos up the last couple of days to end out December and end on a high note of like 3 for that week and then 3 for this week, but it's still the same week, right? And it's just like I didn't have time, I didn't have the ability, everything was crazy, and I also didn't have the spoons, if you will, to do it. So I just was like, okay, we're just gonna do what we can do. And I think once we get to a place where we understand, especially as neurodivergent parents, neurodivergent business owners with neurodivergent family members, it's huge to be in a space where we just accept, I won't say mediocrity, because that's not what it is. It is, we accept that we cannot be exceptional 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. There's going to be moments where it's going to be boring. There's going to be moments where it's going to be mundane. There's going to be mundane tasks. There's going to be mundane months even within all of this. And we just need to remember. I was thinking about it and I'm like, what I really need to do is just create one or two, and they don't have to be big, but one or two things per month to look forward to. Okay? So for me, in January, one of the big things is my meal planning overhaul, right? Where, I have everybody here 24 hours a day, I homeschool my kids. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, everything is, either here or going out or whatever, but it's not like they go to school and I get to say, okay, this is where you get that from, or daycare or whatever. So because of that, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, because I feel like that's something that when I do it properly, I can control, and it makes life easier. And it's also good content that I know people like to watch, right? So whether that's something, I will be obviously bringing you guys normal, regular, we're going to talk goals in January. And that's going to be part of it, is me showing you how I'm taking care of some of those goals within that. But I think just having one or two things to look forward to every month, and then focusing around those things, right? I wanted to tell you guys baby steps, okay? Cleaning. I'm gonna do one room a day, and I'm gonna work on whatever messes are in there already. We're gonna do a little bit at a time until we get it all under control, instead of trying to just go all in and make it all perfect. Because when we do that and then it becomes a mess again inadvertently, because it just will, then it feels like you wasted your time. Versus if I just add one or two little tiny things every day, and then I continue on that trend even after we've gotten it cleaned up, it'll help keep it that way. So, what are your goals? What are some things that you can think of that you're like, oh my goodness, I love the baby step idea. I can do these baby steps. Drop those in the comments, guys. I'm Kimberly Cox. This is the Neuro Circus. I am so grateful that you are here. Like, subscribe, do all the things. I will talk to you guys next time.